Like topic number 3, man, it's like a plugin that I just found. I ended up just like a friend of mine, man, he hit me up about it. He told me about this plugin years ago though, maybe not years ago, but like the IK Multimedia MixBox, man. It takes a lot for a plugin to be added to like my repertoire because I got a certain way of working, whether that be producing, mixing, I gotta even sound design and whatever. I got a certain way of working, and this thing MixBox fits right into that, man. Like, it's basically a way for me to work how I produce inside of Pro Tools. You feel what I'm saying? So with this, what is MixBox? MixBox is basically just look at a 500 series rack with all these interchangeable parts that you can use to sound design, mix, do whatever you need to do. You got compressors, EQs in there, reverbs, everything, man. Amp simulators, all type of stuff. Basically, all the ingenuity that IK Multimedia has been coming up with these last 15, 20 years with these plugins, giving us all these different tools. They put it all inside of one plugin, and you can interchange the slots. I'm the type, that's just how my mind works. My mind works, okay, that plus that plus that equals that. So it's like, it gives me a way to like, okay, cool. Instead of having to open up 5 plugins to get this going, like I'm able to do, because I love using the audio effects rack. So like whenever I teach anybody how to use Ableton, sometimes they may think it's too early, but I want you to start thinking about that super early. So when I'm first starting teaching them how to use audio effects, I use the audio effects rack and start showing them how they can build chains and save them. Boom. Now I can work like that in Pro Tools, even though you got plugins like Sound Toys that already works like that. Waves got one, the rack. In my opinion, maybe Waves, but like Sound Toys don't have enough of the like different types of plugins so that I don't need something else. Like this IK Multimedia MixBox got enough of everything, so I don't need to go grab something else. Like I say, it's EQs, compressors, reverbs, amp simulators, everything, like 70 different options inside of these that you can interchange and put and make your change with. Man, like I bought it on a whim, just because like it was a website that had a deal on it or something like that. So I'm like, okay, let me copy it, man. Let me see how it is. I didn't even demo it. But I remember my man, Marky Cobain, man, he was telling me about it. Had to be over a year or 2 ago, man. He's more analog dude. So like, he was like, man, this thing, man, I got, man, it's dope, man. Like it keeps me from using some of the analog stuff I'm using, because he's got a dope 500 series, couple 500 series racks that he uses. Me too. But I'm more of a mixing in a box dude. So this goes right in my lane, man, by me being able to pull up this one plugin and then start grabbing. Because like I say, man, like it's been plugins that you can just put up the rack and then just grab things. They didn't invent the wheel with that. But what they did was gave you, because IK makes good plugins. Like they the first company, in my opinion, that started giving us dope stuff. Them and UAD, they the first company that was giving us dope native stuff that was like a little bit out of the box and like almost the quality of like the hardware, man. Like, so that's why I'm loving what was they thing? The T-Rex. With T-Rex, man. I used to love T-Rex. So they basically giving us T-Rex with better quality plugins, more ingenuity over the last 10 years, all inside of one plugin that you can throw on top of a bus or a channel or whatever. And then, because that's how I am, like when I'm in Ableton, I'm always throwing my drums inside of a mix bus and then drawing like a drum bus on top of it. Now, when I'm mixing like somebody else's stuff, or even like beats I might have made on an MPC and tracking them in, like let's say this artist, I threw him a beat CD and they like, man, I like beat number 4. That one, I might not even chop that one down yet. I might have just like recorded the 2-track straight off the MPC. Okay, cool, my track outs may not feel as jailed as that one does. Record them joints in Pro Tools, use the mix rack, boom, boom. I literally just did it like last week, man. I got great results because I mix inside of Pro Tools. I don't really like mixing in Ableton. It's just when I'm in Ableton, I'm being more creative, sound designing, and just being more creative. When I'm in Pro Tools, like that's the mix thing to me. It's sterile. It feels like, okay, cool. I'm the doctor who's got the operating gloves on with the sterilized tools. It's time to work. It's time to cut up in let's cut the skin and get to work. That's how Pro Tools feels to me. So it's dope that I'm able to get some of that feel that I'm used to using in Ableton inside of Pro Tools by using this one plugin. So yeah, it's definitely a thumbs up, man. I don't really give a number on the meter or anything, but for like, it's like $100. It's worth $100. I bought it for a little bit cheaper. It's definitely worth $100, man, because like I say, it's basically giving you a way to like just work and implement racks on top of racks, racks on racks on racks, like next to each other, and build a chain and save the chain and be okay, cool. Man, that vocal that I got on that song, I saved the whole chain, even though you can do that in Pro Tools already. But like, you might have wanted to just use all their plugins. You may not be a person that has a lot of like different plugins and stuff like I do. If you just started from scratch, man, just buy this. Like, you will be good for a few years with this. If you, I wouldn't say a brand new person. If you brand new, just stick with the plugins in the DAW. But if like you getting to the point where, okay, you hitting the ceiling of like, okay, these plugins in the DAW, I need to do something else. Something like MixBox is phenomenal. Because like I say, you'll be good for years. You got like 70 different options, not like, got 70 different options in this thing. So yeah, man, it was definitely a plus, big win for that one. I would have paid more for it. It was probably worth double. Like, it's worth like $200 because of all the stuff that comes with it. So yeah, I'm fortunate we in the time that, yeah, these plugins prices are like plummeting. I've been talking about it. We all been talking about it. It's kind of crazy how much plugins cost right now. And nothing compared to what they used to be. I don't know why, but we'll find out soon, man. I guess because like we used to hearing a lot of crappy music now, so who cares? Like, to mix a lot of this stuff, man, people just put it out. That's why my other topic is important. Use the waves, or at least do some to it to make it sound decent. So yeah, man. But yeah, these plugins prices are plummeting, and we benefit from it, like with stuff like IK MixBox. That's definitely gonna be on my, I'm gonna try to find a way to work it on my master bus, man, or at least my drum bus. It's definitely gonna live on my drum bus from this point on, because I like to be able to like just build the chains with the different slots. Great piece of gear, man. Like if I was British dude, I'd be saying it's a great piece of kit.